live.
Hey! Welcome to a Sunday/regular edition once again of the greatest D&D extravaganza on this world and the next here. Welcome to Guts, Goblins Under the Stairs. You got Soul Rat the Destroyer here, ready to slash and bash your Sunday night away, along with the chattiest Chattington of them all, Wilbur Chattington, and the Birdman himself, Luke Gange. Now, to take us away into another dimension of epic D&D adventures, we got the greatest DM in all the land. Take it away, Nick Gonzalez here.
My God, thank you, Solrak, for that wonderful introduction. That was. Did you have that written down? That was good.
That was off the top of my head, baby, because I'm a professional here.
Love it. Yeah, welcome back, guys. We took a nice little hiatus. I guess I wouldn't call it nice because I missed playing with y'all. But we're gonna jump right back into here right about now. After I give you guys this super in-depth recap of what happened last time, in case anyone missed. So you guys fought some Remorizes. Luke almost died. Wilmar almost died, and you guys killed him.
Nice.
Yay.
And you guys want me to go in more detail than that? That's probably fine, right?
I'm gravy.
All
I
right.
was almost eating here, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you guys almost got eaten. Queen Remoraz had Luke Gange in his mouth the first round. Harshnag pulled him out, saved his ass, and then Wilmore later on in the match, same thing happened to him. Harshnag saved his ass, but the Remoraz Queen planted an egg in Harshnag's mouth and into his belly, and then Luke Gange was able to help him get that out of him using the Greater Restoration spell afterwards. And you guys all feeling pretty weak, decide that you're just going to settle on up and take a long rest. But before we take that long rest, I know we ended last time we said that we did, but was there anything else that anyone wanted to do or anything? Just wanted to be clear. Not like I'm hinting at anything right now. I just want to make sure you guys can have a discussion after this epic battle. You guys didn't really talk about much. We were kind of just like wrapping up the game last time essentially, but
I think.
Go ahead.
Actually, a quick question here.
sure.
I mean, look, if I were to touch any of these creatures for any being, it would burn me, right? What is made of?
You can go over and see if if you feel any heat coming off of them or anything.
Yeah, I'll take a look. I want to see essentially because their skin was pretty tough here.
Sure.
So maybe if I could take some of it to maybe make like a cool protective shirt or something that I could give to someone, or you can put it on Brutus and make it a little harder to hit him. Something along those lines.
Yeah, I like that. Give me 1 second. We're gonna definitely do that. Anyone else want to do anything?
I am going to look around the brazier for some charcoal, see if I can get anything, and then I'm also gonna cast my get my familiar back out. Use
Okay.
that for the long rest.
Yeah, got the familiar out for you. And yeah, you go out ahead and check out the brazier, and does look like there are some charcoal in there.
About how much? How many gold pieces worth?
Why don't you roll me a let's see, what can we do for this?
Just say 10.
We'll say about 10 gold pieces worth.
10 GP. Perfect.
Yes. Luke Gange, anything for you?
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk back towards this table and just sit down and just kind of chill and take in what just happened.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a intense battle. I mean, you were fighting for your life, and you were on the brink of death there.
You're probably covered in goo and shit, too.
He absolutely is.
Yeah, you went through them.
Yeah, I sit there, kind of with my knees bent up, with my arms resting on my knees, and just looking down.
I'll walk over and give him a nice little pat on the back and just say, thank you for not sitting back shooting arrows at a giant thing and actually taking action and saving me. Genuinely appreciate that.
Whoa.
It's no
I
problem.
sense some sarcasm from down there.
genuinely appreciate that.
Not a
Hey.
problem, Chaddington. I think I
For
just need
the
a second to
record.
myself.
For the record, gents, my father used to tell me one wise saying growing up here. Just because you're about to lose your head here doesn't mean it's time to lose your head here. I would have ran in like an idiot, we'd all be dead here. The creature was too dangerous. I was not in any position to fight it on hand. It worked out, right? You guys are alive. So,
We get it, Solrak. Just drop it, all right? God.
you drop it.
You know what? I've had enough of this. I'm just going to bed.
Shower first. Disgusting. Be on you if you like. I know there's no water. Better than good.
I think I used all my spell slots.
I'm Yeah, go on.
I'm gonna just cast a detect magic around Luke.
Sure. You pull out your compass and you start using the detect magic spell, and yeah, it pings off some of his typical the Lightbringer being magical and the amulet that he has and the shield guardian or the guardian emblem. But it's just kind of typical what you would imagine to see from this.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna. Thanks again, bird. Then I guess we could do long rest. The Solrak's got anything?
Solrak, you want to do a survival check for me?
Buddy.
I'm gonna start rolling dice for compass and everything right
Sure.
Ooh, I got a +4. Damn, that's a 9.
Yay, I can see him this time.
Yay!
A 9. Why don't you go ahead and roll that again with advantage? You've been doing a little bit of this slicing and dicing on these beasts now to harvest some parts.
11.
11. All right. So you're trying to get some of the like hide essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're trying to cut into this, and well, first you get over closer to the body, and you do still feel this like radiating heat coming off the body, and so you're careful and cautious about trying to carve into this hide, and it's tough stuff, and it's like hard for you to get something that seems to be manageable to work with, unfortunately.
It's a waste. Well, Brutus, I tried, buddy.
But
Nothing useful here.
you do notice though, as you're like checking out the body, that the teeth are sharp and protruding from its jaw, and maybe it could be something easier for you to try to remove.
How long are said teeth?
Off the young one, it's going to be probably like 8 inches,
Slightly above average, huh?
some would say.
Yeah, I'll
I
take
thought that was below average.
Oh!
No, it's below belt.
I'll slash 2 of them. I'll try to whittle them down into daggers.
Sure. Yeah. So yeah, you can get 2 of them with that 11 survival roll. That's fine. So yeah, you go ahead and get up to the mouth of it, being careful with the heated breath coming out of its or the heated. You can feel the heat coming out of its body still, as it's like still recently deceased. And yeah, you're able to cut off 2 of these teeth out of its mouth and kind of put it in your bag to save for later. Maybe make something from it if you want to.
Yeah, buddy.
Is that egg still around, or did it get destroyed?
Nah, it was completely like dissolved by magic. Might be able to find another one somewhere.
That's what I was gonna just do. Can I go kind of tap on her tummy and just kind of poke around, see if I can kind of just slice up in there?
Yeah.
See if there's another one right where her uterus would be.
Yeah. If you want to try to do this, make a just do like a melee strength attack. Like you would with a melee weapon, so like whatever your strength modifier is, plus your proficiency bonus.
Oh, strength, because so my melee get my charisma.
Oh yeah, that's right for you. That's true.
Yeah. So 13 is to hit.
13 to hit. Okay, so you're trying to slice it into her.
Yeah, like surgically, not like just stab, but just like cut through the skin.
And what do you have to cut with?
I have. Don't I still have
You have Sting, right?
Sting? Yeah,
Yeah.
Sting.
Cool. So yeah, you go ahead and you pierce Sting into its gut, and you go to try to slice up to try to get some width, some range, like a longer cut incision in there, so that you can actually try to reach in and feel it around. And this armor is tough. You can pierce in just barely with that roll, and you're not able to slice up anywhere at all.
I go, uh, hey Harshy, do you mind coming over here and seeing if you can help me get in this bad boy? I wanna step up in it, if you know what I'm saying.
What do you have in mind, little man?
Well, I want to chop this thing in half so I can see if there's any more eggs inside.
Yeah, I think we can definitely check that out. Let's see. You know, let's
Do you know where they come from? Do they come from the throat, or is there like a uterus in these things?
Yeah.
I'm not.
This
Yeah,
is weird.
it is. I agree with you. This is some weird shit. I'm no doctor. I'm not quite sure about the inner workings of these beasts.
You think, like, just like with us, this like big giant stork comes in, right? And then drops off the baby to these things? Because like they burn underground, right? So like storks can't go underground, so like, but it doesn't work like, the same way. Just like that's what I was told.
You know what? I think it is Solrek. Why don't you keep an eye out for the stork, okay?
Alright, cool.
Good job. And I
run
cast
on.
Mage Hand and I pat him on top of the head.
Yeah, this little spectral hand appears, Solrak, and starts tapping you on the back of your hair and scuffs up your hair a bit.
Actually feel fantastic. Because
It's actually
have my hair
phantasmal.
tousled. And then I just run off and I keep an eye out for the stork. For some reason, this super warrior believes that babies come from stork's head.
Harshnag looks down at Wilmore. Does he not know about,
Shh, shh, shh. Some people have not gotten that far in life, my friend.
Snag, I can't believe it's taken you this long to realize he's the fucking idiot of this group.
I mean, even shooting bow and arrows at this beast, I think I kind of figured out a little bit ago. Let's see.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
I'm gonna try to see if I can cut into this.
Yeah, maybe let's try to cut it on the bias, and then maybe see what happens.
So Harshnag goes to try to slice in too, and he, still feeling pretty weak because this is still before the long rest. Goes to cut into the body, gets just about as deep as you do essentially, and this is like some hard armored flesh, and he gets into it, cuts into it, but it doesn't like slice through. Like a large incision. You see, it's definitely larger than yours. It's probably like the length of the blade of the axe, so about like 2 feet.
He's a giant, man. This is normal.
And so you do get to see a little bit of the inside workings of this creature, and you see like some of the black kind of acid and blood mixture pooling out of the body now, and some viscera and some intestines, and but no eggs in there that you can see, at least from not going in and working inside of this thing.
Can I cast Mage Hand and have it go inside the body looking for an egg?
You can do that, go inside of the egg, but I'm not sure how you would know once you would find it. Because it's not like you feel the same sensation. It's not like the mage is like, hey, I found something.
Well, why not?
The invisible hand.
All right. You know what? I think that's all I got.
Harshnag's like, yeah, I'm gonna think we need to just call it a night, guys. Cutting into these things, slashing and bashing, as Solrak says, it's got me tired. And it's got me thinking about, you know, cutting into these things and getting parts of them. I was telling you guys about that old bitch, the Doom of the Desert. I just dream of getting that dragon skull one day, and it makes me think about that the worm skull throne that Hekaton's wife Neri got him back in the day. That thing was beautiful from what I hear.
Well, we're gonna have to make ourselves one of those one day, it sounds.
I mean, listen, I think we might. Solrak, I've seen him doing his smith working skills. Not sure if he's no offense. Not sure if there's something you could build like this. I mean, this thing apparently it hovers a foot off the ground. It's a massive, massive throne. It's made of this polished obsidian with the feet on it look like they're dragon claws. And then, of course, I mean, what would be a worm skull throne without the worm skulls? And you got the throne made of the impaled skulls of the 4 ancient blue dragons. And, I mean, I go from 6 to midnight just thinking about it.
Whoa. You watch my head there. I mean,
Sorry.
we're gonna poke an eye out or anything. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like quite the endeavor, though. Here, I don't know if we have that kind of spare time to...
No, it's just I'm talking personally right here, Solrak. It's just though we're buddies, we're just talking about our likes and wants. And
I'll tell you what, my friend, when we're done taking care of my vengeance, and I get my kingdom back, I'll put all of my best workers. Make sure you have the best damn throne in town here.
I appreciate that. I wish we could ask Neri where she got hers from, but fortunately the little folk got to her apparently.
I don't trust those little folk. They'll get ya.
Talking about
Cool, Chanton.
your kind, small guys, the smaller than us giant folk.
Ha! Don't worry, if there's someone you can even trust less than a little folk, it's humans. Believe me, learned that the hard way here.
Yeah, you seem like you have some trust issues or something.
Let's just say everybody I've ever cared about has literally stabbed me in the backhand. So.
Well, you won't get stabbed in the back from old Harshnag here, I promise you that.
I keep you around, big guy. I like you.
Anything else for the night, guys?
I think it's time to take a nappy nap.
Alrighty then. So you guys all huddle around to keep warm in this feast hall in the Eye of the Allfather here, and yeah, you guys find yourselves slumbering away. But Luke Ganj, you find yourself once more in a night terror. This is about 6 hours into your guys' sleep, so no need to worry about the effects of the long rest. But in this night terror, you find yourself knee deep in a swamp water land in a place void of light, and you feel something under the surface of the swamp water touch you on the back of your leg. And as you turn around to see what it is, you see a pale boy standing there in the swamp water as well. This pale boy's somewhat familiar face looking at you with these dead black eyes. And you look down to see the lower half of his body is that of a cephalopod, with tentacles emerging out of the murky waters and surrounding all around you. The small boy, he begins growing larger and larger, almost tripling in size now, and he begins to chase you through the swamps. Panicked, you begin to run for your life, trying to escape the grasp of his slimy black tentacles that are quickly approaching behind you. And you look over your shoulder, and you see the tentacle boy crawling at this rapid speed, almost like a spider, and standing almost 15 feet tall now. And you trip, and fall face first into the vile waters, and instantly you wake up in a cold sweat. And as you wake up, you can still see this figure over you. A figure now completely covered in tentacles, wearing this dark hooded robe. You stand there in fear, frozen, just staring at this hooded figure who's just floating there. And in your mind, you hear as his squirmy tentacles just kind of slither and slime and wave in your direction and in every direction off to the sides and out to the back. You hear, "Join us or die." And the tentacles squirt out this black ink in your face, covering you completely head to toe. Your feathers completely filthy, dripping down to the floor. You wipe off the ink from your eyes, and the figure is gone. You start feeling you can move your feet once more now. As you all wake up from your long rest.
So that was a great sleep, you guys. Woo.
How we feeling, gentlemen?
I feel
Yeah.
great. And I start swinging my swords around. Start,
Yeah.
loosen up for the day here.
That makes one of us. As I'm breathing heavily.
Oh, happy to you, bird.
Don't worry about it. Let's just check out this room and get going. And I'm just gonna walk away towards
where's
this
Brutus's
end,
icon?
the south end.
Brutus's icon.
Brutus is south of the young Remirez.
This thing?
Yeah, that's Brutus.
Oh.
This thing? Yeah, that's your dog.
It's like a cockroach.
La cucaracha, la cucaracha.
All right. Well, why don't we perhaps grab something to eat before we move out of this room here? Good move.
Well, if you guys think you
I
guys
keep
could just give me a minute of your time, real quick, really quick.
I keep walking down towards the south end.
And I go, Luke, no, I need your help as well. I need everyone's help for just one quick minute. And I run up to him, I grab him by the hand. And he can kind of feel like tingling in his fingers.
What are you doing?
I need to take a second and I need to talk to the dead real quick. I have
Fine,
a
just make it
sense.
fast. Just make it fast.
Okay, well, it's going to take about an hour. Is that okay?
No. And I shake him off me, and I keep walking towards the south end. And
All
as
right.
I'm doing that, I'm just kind of looking around the room as well.
Yeah, go ahead and as you start looking down there, are you looking for anything in particular, or are you just kind of looking?
Not really. I mean, I know we were looking for anything that could maybe lead us to help us open that that invisible sort of door. But
Sure. So go ahead
yeah.
and give me either a perception or investigation then.
All right. Oh, 21.
Cool, 21. Yeah, you start walking down the south part of this feast hall, this dining hall, as Wilmore is begging you to come back to join him with whatever creepy shit he has in mind. But you have your own, something has gone on with you, something has happened to you, and you're kind of thinking about like, fuck them, I need to do something on my own real quick. And so you start looking around, and I mean, almost immediately you spot in the south end of here, leaning against the other table, that like southernmost slab, you see what looks like a massive steel great axe just leaning against it. And by massive, I mean this thing is giant sized.
I turn around and yell back to the gang, "Hey, everyone! And Harshnag, I found this huge Battle axe, come quick.
Yeah, so you
Are
guys all
running
start going
towards it.
down there?
I head on down, and I'm whispering to Harshnag. He's a bit testy, so be careful. And when
Yeah.
you're done, I'd like a minute.
Sure, yeah. Guys are creeping me out a little bit right now.
Shh.
So you guys all make your way down there then to Luganj?
Hey, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they all come on up there, and Harshnag rather, yeah, he goes up and he sees this battle axe, and he points down to it. After he's like checking it out, this thing, it's a beautiful, ornately carved steel great axe, about like 750 pounds probably. You see like the workings on it, looks like different spires of like mountains in the spine of the world here, and the two blades on the great axe, definitely worn, have seen some wear and tear, but you see engraved on the bladed part of the great axe the ice rune, the same rune that he pointed to on that archway.
Harshnag, you think this could be the great axe that's missing from the ice giant statue?
I would I'd put
You
my
call me the idiot. Jesus.
yeah, I think it is.
Detective Bird over here on the mystery.
I can't stand these guys anymore.
Be careful there, Solrak. He's a little testy. A little testy.
He's more like a big testy right now.
Harshnag, just grab the sword and let's go. I start walking west around this fireplace with my head down.
Harshnag kind of like looks back at you as you start just like kind of scold his command at him, and just kind of gives you like a eyebrow raise, but knows that you guys are here for a reason, and goes down and starts grabs it and starts throws it on his shoulder after carefully kind of looking it up and down, and you guys can see this admiration that he has in his eyes over this beautiful thing, this beautiful weapon that relates to his heritage and to his people, and he's holding it with definite pride. And he begins carrying it, and turns around and starts heading back with you all.
All right. I go, okay, you know what? The bird's having a bad day, but can y'all just sit down with me for a second? And I just sit down on the ground and just say, I just need a minute. Sit down, gather round.
Harshnag's just like, oh, yeah, sure, all right. And you see him kind of like sit the axe down gently on the side, and he gets down, sits down, crisscross applesauce.
Crisscross applesauce. And I yell out to Luke, Luke, you might as well sit down, take a break. We're going to be a minute, but you can go over there and sulk in the corner, okay, buddy?
All right, whatever. I'll join. Just make it fast.
Like I said, it's going to take about an hour. And then we all sit down. I place my hand on Fillmore's skull, and the blue cloud kind of starts coming out of it, and it just kind of circles all 1, 2, 3, all 5 of us. And I start speaking kind of softly, and I just say, guys, I need to take a moment and just speak with the spirits, but I need you here. And we just kind of sit in silence for a while. And after about 20 minutes, I start speaking in tongues, and this large actual tongue just kind of appears in the middle of the circle. And it's slashing and just going nuts for about 40 minutes. And then it just stops, looks at me, or bows to me, and then goes directly into Fillmore's skull. And then I go, okay, that's all I needed. Thank you, gentlemen.
What the hell was that?
Yeah,
We wasted an hour on that.
Yeah.
What did
I
that
get up
do?
and start walking towards the door.
the whole time that whole performance was going on, Harshnag was definitely creeped out, giving you like the eyebrow and looking at Luke Ganj and Solrak, and not seeing much comfort in looking over at Luke Ganj. And then looking back at Solrak and like he probably doesn't even know what the fuck is happening right now either, and he's just like looking, just like he's like very weirded out by you guys right now.
I just go, gentlemen. It just seemed like last night I just seemed to have the ability to talk to the spirits and kind of take from them a little bit more now. So that's what I needed that time for. I needed to take a little something extra from them for this great day.
Ew, what did you take from them?
Well, I think I may have the ability to speak many tongues now. Any language,
Ooh.
any possible conversation to be had, I think we can now have with wherever we go next.
Whoa, so you can speak any tongue you want?
Where's the pun? Come on, hit me.
Well, no, I speak Elvish. I want to test this.
Oh, I thought. Okay, then I just start speaking. Well, no, I have to. I don't want to just waste it on a regular conversation. Not that you aren't special, but let's just see if it's needed.
Okay.
Basically, every day we can do a seance, and I can steal one spell from anything,
From any spell book, any spell class.
as long as it's necromancy or divinity.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Up to my proficiency level. So any level 1, 2, or 3 spell right now.
It's okay.
But
man.
we have to do that every day.
Dime la
And I get
tie.
Como
All right, whatever
estás?
now.
All right.
Actually, Elvish.
So
Well, you know what? Let's let the bird lead the way. How about that? He seems like he needs to go somewhere.
We should put the big axe on the thing, on the statue now.
let's do it.
Oh, go on, Solrak. Jeez.
Look at this guy. Oh, dude, out.
So you guys-
inside. Let's go.
You guys start following Luke Ganj and Harshnag back into that main room of the Eye of the Allfather. Let me switch over back to that map.